Kìíní ti ìgbà tẹ́ ẹ bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ kí.
Hi, Favor. Good evening. Favor, can you hear me?
Hi, Rachel. Good evening.
Evening. How are you
Hi,
doing today?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm fine. Hope you are ready for
Yeah,
us.
I'm ready. I came early today. Are you know proud?
I'm proud of you. Our time management coach. It's good to see you.
I
Hope
said
you
today I'm
are.
teaching about time management. I have to come early. You.
Yes, that's
So then I can start.
Will you be able to present from your end?
That's what I was looking for. To be honest.
You should see share screen below your icon.
Okay, let me check. Where's the camera? Okay, share screen. I can see caption, record, breakout rooms, and settings. I don't know if it's just you that can share screen because I cannot see it here. I can see participants, chat, reactions, security, AI
It's
companion,
supposed
and
to be
under
there.
more.
Is
It's not
after share
here.
screen is after reaction before security. Okay, let me make you the
I
host
can't
then.
see it though. Okay.
Maybe it's because you are not the host. Oh yeah, let's see if you can share your screen now.
Okay. I can't see it though. After chat review. How other people been doing it, or am I the problem?
No, no, no. Yes, the other facilitator was able to share. Let me just share so we don't take time. The
Okay, then I
the
sent a form to you because I just really want to gather what people have learned and how the class has helped them so far. So maybe after the class, I
okay,
you could share it to the group to just so you, like from last class and this class, just how the class has helped them and so. But I've sent you the form already. It's just to put their
okay.
names
I've
and
seen
what
it.
they've learned.
Okay, that's fine. I'll share it with them.
Thank you.
Can you see my screen now?
Yes, I can.
Okay, great. So let me
Okay,
make
so I can start. Okay. Hello everyone. Good evening. Let me see your excitement in the chat and just let me just know if everyone can hear me, everyone can see me. Good evening. How has this day been? Let me know how your day. We are 21 here, so I want to see responses. How has this day been for you so far? Has it been stressful? Has it been very busy? Has it been productive? How has it been? I'll go first. As you guys are typing, because I want to read at least 10 responses because you guys are 22 in this sitting. Stressful for me. Like I've been moving back to back. I just woke up. Thank God it's not so obvious. But I just woke up and I'm very, very excited to take this class. Before this class I was eating. I was like, hey, let my tummy not be rumbling during this call. So I had to eat. But anyway, how the class been for you so far? Let me know. Rachel, you're right to that. It's as if that doing Holy Spirit in this your group today. Everyone is quiet. Like guys tired. How you guys feeling? Let me know. Okay. No, because of time. But I'll read anytime that I can see anyone. Oh, I don't know whether you guys can hear me real time. If you guys can hear me real time, because everyone is
Yes, we
still
can
telling me
hear
good
you.
evening.
Yeah, I
I don't
can
know.
hear you. I can
Okay, 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 okay. Okay, so welcome everyone. And I'm so sad, like this is going to be our last class for this boot camp. I'm so sad. I really enjoy teaching you guys. Okay, I can see some people's responses. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Mary. Good evening, Shokumbi. Good evening. Hey, just good evening, everyone. You guys have very fantastic days. Good evening, Naomi. Naomi says she's good. Peace and said I'm doing very well. We thank God for the year so far. Thank God. Okay, this is Martin. Okay, Martin, I met you were around the last class, so I remember you. Then Adela said, good evening, ma'am. The class has been wonderful so far. Thank you so much. Iberi said my day was sweet. The class has been great so far. Thank God. Thank God. Okay, I think there's a message for you, Rachel by Tolu Lope. Say please send the YouTube link to the group. So I think Rachel will get on it. So without further ado, you
hear you.
know me already, guys. I don't even though you guys give me 3 hours, I probably spend like 1 hour 30 minutes because I I don't want to overdrag. That's one. And number two, I understand how attention span is and all, but I'm going to be as detailed as I can be in this class. So this class is about mastering time management for 2025. Now, time management is something that we always hear about like every single time, but a lot of times we don't know how best to go about managing our time. It sounds like such a simple complex, but it sounds like such a simple term, but to now practice it can be get a little bit complicated because we hear a lot of things online. Okay, this has to do this, has to do that. We try to stop it. But this class, for those people that attend my last class, one thing that I'll let you know is that like I'm very, very practical. I like breaking down the easiest terms into very, very simple terminologies, like very, very simple. In school, let me just give you a little backstory. In school, I was not at first I was not really the brightest student. It was when I got to um sec late secondary school university and now came up a bit because I understood that a lot of things was because they were very, very complicated and tough to understand. But when I sat down, took my time to break it down into simple steps, I was able to learn faster and I was also able to teach other people as well. So and that's why like all of my classes, every speaking against I've done, one thing that people always say is like I always talk about very simple and practical steps that after this class you will not be confused, you don't have too many things in your head. I can actually take action ASAP. Now all these things expect you to do everything all at once. I don't expect you to, you know, practice everything all at once. Take everything one step at a time. The reason I'm sharing all these things is so that you guys can know how best to manage it. I can pick from any one at all, any step you want to take. And trust me, guys, you guys will learn a lot. So I hope you guys have your pen, your paper, and you guys are ready to learn. So over to the next slide. So next slide, please. Okay. Now, the reason why I really wanted to share this is because a lot of people believe that some people are productive and some people are not. Some people know how to manage their time well and some people don't. But that's not really the truth. The thing is that time management can be learned, productivity can be learned. Time management is not, I will go and further and down and really explain. Time management is not a special talent that only the super productive can have. It's not the thing that only wealthy people, only millionaires and billionaires also learn how to manage our time well. and be consistent with it. So me, I've always been someone that I've always loved, trying a lot of things. I know I told you guys in the last class, for people who are around, I spoke about um how much I loved watching a lot of tips and tricks on YouTube, and I'll practice. I will start. I will not be consistent. I will stop. It was a lot. And another thing about me is I'm someone that was always doing everything and anything. So because of that, I was never really focused. I was time. I get anxious very easily. So I was very, very anxious, very, very stressed all the time. And I was moving without making progress. I was being busy without being productive. Once I had to realize that okay, these are things I'm supposed to focus on, these are things I'm supposed to take my energy. Only then was I able to move on. So I just really okay, okay, okay. I just really wanted to let you guys know that in case you are here, like, oh my god, I've tried this, I've not been able to do it. Time management is a skill that can be learned. Is a skill that can be learned, and I know that at the end of this class, you guys will learn a lot and you guys will implement ASAP. I trust you and you guys do an amazing job. So next slide, please. Let me even say like I can even. Okay, now why is this topic important? Now, why is time management important? The first thing I would say is time management helps to boost productivity. Now, the why Rachel was able to see that and say, okay, you guys can learn personal brand, you guys can learn how to design, you guys can learn how to do a lot of things. But the reason why she really included a class like this is because you can have all these skills, you can learn all this everything, but if you are not productive and if you don't manage your time properly, you cannot achieve any of it. It's usually the foundation to your life. You know how they say, and time is the most important asset that you have. It's something that can't come back. Once you waste it, you can't come back. There's a reason why this is very. I love classes that include productivity and time management because it shows that the people organizing it understand that this is the bedrock to success. This is a foundation that is unskippable when it comes to achieving the life of your dreams. So learning how to manage your time effectively because time is the most expensive thing that we have, it's the most expensive assets that we have, and it's also the only thing in this world that is being shared to everybody. The rich, they all have 24 hours, the poor also have 24 hours. Time is very equal to everybody. What differentiates one person from is how they manage it. Do you spend what you guys know? Effective time management helps to boost productivity, and productivity is the bedrock to success. The next about effect the next reason why time management is very, very important and this class is very, very important is because it reduces stress and anxiety. If you are doing everything, understand that okay, you are supposed to do this, you are supposed to focus on this per time. You know that you be able to handle those things when you need to handle it. I not be so anxious when time is. If I said time will not even run out, I don't know how. And let me know how you feel whenever it's time to submit and something, and you just feel very relaxed and you don't feel stressed because you have already handled this. I'll give you a very, very simple example like this class now. Preparing slides and all of that. Majority of them I always wait like last minute to prepare my slides. I did that a lot last year. Like sometimes the class to be 1 hour, 2 hours, like and my slides are not ready. But oh okay, and my slides are not ready. But like one thing I told myself was that see like entering the new year, I'm no longer with that. I'll make sure that my slides are ready, my outlines are ready to make sure that when the class is coming, I can rest. Remember, I mentioned at the beginning of class for those people that came early that I was sleeping before this call. I think I went to something obviously to review my notes and set up my this thing for the class. But like, and this was only possible because I'd already done my slides beforehand. I've already known that okay, I already understand that okay, this class is happening well enough, and so that whether the slides even work or the slides don't work, I have a lot of things to say. So, and it's something something that's cheap. It's help you know how to manage already last minute. I know lots of us are last minute kids and that comes and because I spend Can you guys hear me? Oh my days.
We can
Hello
hear you now.
everyone. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
But you've been
Okay.
tripping on and
Then my
off.
slides. Are
Ma, we
you
are not seeing your
serious? I
screen.
didn't Rachel, they can't see the screen. Oh. I'm sorry guys. So you guys run my life.
Well, now
And Rachel.
it's my connection.
Oh, okay. So I'll just keep on speaking
What
until
about now?
um.
Like is the
So I
network
can't
stable
see
now?
your
I'm
screen
not
again.
sharing my screen. I think you are breaking. Like at some point, I cannot hear you. I can't hear you for a while.
Oh my days. You should have texted me. I'm saying the story of my life, guys. Okay. Let me tell. I will tell like let's say a few minutes ago while Rachel was trying to set up the slides. But I was just describing when inability to manage my time properly really cost me like a lot of things. I remember doing my final year project. I waited till last minute to do almost everything. My supervisor was so frustrated with me. She was like, Favor, like how far, what is going on, what is going on? And I did almost everything last minute and it was not funny. It was not funny at all. So and again, like still reiterating why this class is very, very important. You don't need to procrastinate till you have no time before you do a particular thing. Best time to do this is now, and the best time to learn how to do this is learning how to manage your time properly. So another reason why this class is important, which I can't my slides I know of I don't know, if it's possible.
What about now? What about now? Can you see the slide? You can't
No,
see. Okay, let me share my screen again.
okay. So as he's trying to do that, another reason why this class is very important is that it teaches you how to okay.
Can you
I
see
can
now?
see it. Yeah, I can see it. Thank you so much. I'm saying it for my slide, the slide before this one. So another thing that in time management helps you to do is that it helps you to, you know, it improves your focus. We're in the 21st century. One thing that a lot of us lack is focus, and that is number one asset that successful people, and that is one asset that very successful people have. Focus, the ability to focus on one thing till you use results, and that is something that a lot of us don't have. But if you have to manage your time, you know not only how to focus, but what to focus on per time, and everything we able to achieve a lot more with ease, with comfort, knowing that you are doing the right thing at the right time. Again, like also boils down to discipline. So you need to be disciplined enough to know, okay, like you have set your time to do this time. So yes, I just wanted to before speaking on how to manage your time, I wanted you guys to just understand why this class is very, very important and why we all need to pay attention and not just be hearers of the word, but we do as also. So over to the next slide, Rachel. So now to answer the question, what is time management? Now we need to answer like two questions. What is time management and what is time management not? We have heard a lot online. We have read a lot of LinkedIn posts on how to on what time management is and and just what it entails. But I want you to understand exactly what time management is and what time management is not. So over to the next slide. So what is time management? Right, and time management is planning and doing the right thing at the right time in order to achieve productivity. Very, very simple. If you don't go with anything today, go with this one. It's planning. Word. Number one keyword there is what? Planning. Before you can manage your time, you need to know what are you even doing at that particular time. What is the major goal for that particular time? So you need to plan, and it's not just you planning, doing no every single this definition is very very easy. but it's it has a lot of parts that you need to understand. Number one, planning. Planning is extremely important. You need to know what you're doing. If you plan everything in the world, um if you plan everything in the world and you know, okay, this is what you are supposed to be doing, this and that, and you don't do it, you are just wasting your time. You just finish drawing on paper, you just finish filling a particular app. If you're not doing the action, if you're not doing what you're supposed to do, it's not avoid the right thing at the right time. Now you can plan to focus on your project or focus on that assignment by 1 p.m. Knowing that the deadline is, let's say, 2 p.m. That 1 p.m. may not be the best time to focus on it. So you just focus on it like way earlier on. So you need to understand that, okay, it's not just planning and do. It's not just by saying, okay, this thing at this particular time. You need to make sure that it's at the right time and you're doing the right thing at the right time in order to achieve productivity. The whole purpose of this class is to make sure that you live a productive life. And that's why these concepts are very, very, very important. Time management is not. Number one, doing everything and being busy. If you're present in my last class, I remember I'm saying that like doing 15 things for your to-do list does not necessarily mean that you're productive. It just means that you're busy. You're just occupied. You're just passing time. It does not mean anything special. It does not really add any award to your growth. It does not even contribute anything to your growth. The most part is not doing everything, but it's more of what are you doing and how does it contribute to the future you're trying to achieve. So doing everything and not time management. Being busy is not time management, you're just passing time. There's a difference between spending time and investing time. Spending time is just like you are here, you are doing this, you are doing that, you are doing that without any major purpose, without any sole purpose. But like investing time is knowing that, okay, this time I'm going to do this so that I can achieve this. There's always an end goal. So whenever you're doing it, you always ask yourself, and this is one thing that I always ask myself, is what I'm doing now. Is it just pastime? Is it because I just feel like it? Or because I'm trying to build? Now, next is time management is not working without taking breaks. A lot of us, we take hustle culture to our head. We're saying that, okay, we need to be doing this, doing that, doing every single thing before we can achieve our goals. But that's not how it's supposed to be because, number one, you can easily burn out. Number two, if you burn out or if you are sick or you're not healthy, who will be productive? Now, and one thing that I used to do is that majority of the time I always work till I drop. But I realized that anytime I do that, I end up not being consistent because I need to take like 2 weeks break to refresh, from being burnt out. And also, one thing I always say is that it's only a healthy person that can be productive. No matter how hardworking you are, no matter how high your work ethic is, if you fall sick or something happens to you, you can't be productive. So it's only someone that is healthy that can be productive. It's only someone that is in good shape, good health, mentally, physically, all around that can do the work. So when you're to burn out, but to just work till just be very, very reasonable with how long you work and also be very, very intentional about taking breaks. Number three, over planning. I know I said time management is all about planning, like you need to plan, but it's not again like it's not all about planning. Some people tend to over plan. And one thing that in planning, I was just listening to a podcast this morning, and the person was saying that the dopamine you get from planning is almost equal to the same dopamine. So and that's why once you are done planning your day and you're planning your week and you're planning your year, it already excites you the same way that doing the task excites you. And in your mind, you have already done it, but you have actually not. So it's one reason why if you even someone like me, I like planning at once. I try not to, as much as yes, I know the importance of daily to do this and all. One thing that I always do is I always make weekly plans. That way I can make all the plans for every day at once, and so that at the end of every day, planning afresh and all of that, I already have something I'm supposed to do, and I'm going to focus on it, and I'm going to do it instead of excessively planning. If you see me when I plan, I can use hours to plan. Like I can use like 3 hours to plan my, and I'll not end up doing it. So make sure that the planning time is as little as possible. One quote I heard from one person I follow is, you need to learn how to reduce the time between knowing and doing. Once you know and something, any plan that you want to make and do that particular task immediately. Now, the first thing is planning is not being perfect. Now, some of us, until we do the right thing at the right time, our perfect is everything, will not feel like we are doing enough. But no, remember that in my last class, and that's why it's good for you to attend all the classes. You know, I've been saying remember my last class. But in my last class, I mentioned that, see, every single day is not going to be productive. Every single hour of the day is not going to be productive. The first month of the year may not even be so productive. I'm not even going to lie. The beginning of this year, I feel as if the month of January has been a month of healing for me and resting. So I'm just really learning how to navigate this new chapter of my life. So I'll not say, okay, because I don't do a lot of work. I even still did a lot of work in January, but I'll not say because I don't do a lot of work. I'll now say, this year is already a bad year for me. Or this and this. Everything's not going to turn out exactly how you want it. Remember, I mentioned that you can learn every single thing speaker at this particular event, and you can think that, oh wow, because I've attended all the classes, my life will change forever, and I'll not make any mistakes, and I'll do the right thing at the right time. It took a while to be the kind of person that you are now. Maybe it's a kind of person that you're not so proud of myself and you yourself per se. Give yourself patience and time to grow to the kind of person that you want to become. Your life is not going to change 1 week or 2 week boot camp. It's not going to change all at once. It's not going to change in a day or two. Give yourself time. Every single day will not be perfect. You not get every single thing right all at once. That's why learning is not just an activity. Learning is a journey. Learning is a lifestyle. You keep growing. You keep seeing what works for you and what does not, till you achieve, the kind of, you are the kind of person that you want to be in the future. So this is just to say, like, I don't think that because I've taught you this, your life will change immediately. It's a process. Learn, implement one lesson at a time, as simple as possible. The goal is consistency. The goal is consistency. Now, and lastly, time management is not a talent. It's not a special talent that only the wealthy have. It's not a special talent that only millionaires and only celebrities, only successful people have. It's something that you and I can learn as well. It's something that if you give ourselves time, we can actually as well. So don't be intimidated by saying, okay, like, this is how I am, my life is average, this and that, blah, blah. Everything is learnable. Every single thing is learnable. And one thing that I'm really focused on learning right now is learning how to be more financially literate. Because before I just used to think that, okay, like, being financially literate is only the wealthy that can navigate that. Are you sure that someone like me cannot learn that? But one thing I've learned is that every single thing is learnable. Every single thing is learning. Excellence is learnable. But time management is learnable. So don't let anything deceive you into thinking that, okay, you can't learn this, you can't do this, you can't do that. You can learn it and you can perform extremely well doing it. So yes, I hope just so that you have been able to, learn a bit about what time management is and what time management is not. Just prepare your mindset to understand, okay, this particular thing. Okay. To just know that, okay, like, this particular thing is actually possible to learn as are possible, and it's possible to perform any, you know, the lessons I learned from this class. So over to the next slide, please. I think the next slide is when the tools will start. Okay, now over to how to manage your time. This class, I just had to, you know, break the ice, just let you know, okay, like, this and this and this are what you need to take note of. And now we are entering the cocoa of the class, how to manage your time. So over to the next slide, Rachel. I hope we are all learning so far. If you are learning, just let me know going. Let me hear from like 5 people. Like, okay, I'm here. I can hear you. I've been learning a lot. Let me just know how far. Let me just know. I hope you guys are learning. I hope it's not too complicated for you. I try to make it as simple as possible. So I hope that we are learning. I hope that we're already picking some lessons already. So thank you so much for everyone responding. Thanks so much for everyone responding. At least you guys are comforting with that. I'm not just talking to myself because thank you so much, everyone. So now over to some time management tips. Now again, another reminder, don't don't just carry everything at once and say, okay, I must do every single thing at once. This is a process. This is a process. So I want you guys to enjoy the process, enjoy the journey. So okay, okay. The first one is know your priorities. Priorities. This is extremely important. This is extremely important. Know what you're supposed to focus on per time. Know the thing that is important like per time. One thing I try and do whenever I'm a bit confused on what to focus on and what not to is, and number one, I ask myself what what is my or what are my major goals at this period of my life. What are the things I want of my life? Once I know that, okay, as an adult now, one thing I'm really focused on is my own building my personal brand. So I know that, okay, I'm supposed to be showing up on social media, number one. Number two, I'm supposed to be growing and learning. So I read a lot of books, I take a lot of courses, I listen to a lot of podcast sermons as well. Okay, I know that apart from that, I need to perform extremely well at my job as well. So those are like my focus. And also, I graduated 2023. So I want to also start working towards like my masters and all because I love school. So those are my major priorities. Once that is being set, it's now helping you know, okay, this is how my day-to-day life should be like because of what I want to achieve. This is how I'm supposed to be living my life to make sure that those goals are achievable. And if you are now very, very confused on what to do every day, because a lot of us we confuse okay, I think I'll talk about that in the planning this thing. But now, a way to understand, okay, this is not. I always use the quadrant method. It's not if I always draw. Okay, I'll explain it in the simplest way possible. So, just imagine a pie cut into four. Cut into what? Four. The first part is important and urgent. What is important and what is urgent? What is like okay is how if your boss asks you for to submit a deliverable at so time, you know that this is important and this is urgent. You put that one there. You must do important but not urgent. Now whatever is important and not urgent is very important, but also you can delegate it as well because it's not so urgent. You could say, okay, please, okay, in the case where you are now the first, you are the only person on that team because I don't know whether how many of you guys are entrepreneurs as well as doing your 9 to 5, but if you can delegate, you delegate this particular thing. If you can't, you push it to a much later in time because it's important, but it's not urgent. The next one is urgent. It may not seem as if it's important, but it's quite urgent. It's like how visitors are coming to your house now. You know that you are supposed to clean and you know that you are supposed to buy refreshments. That particular thing may not be like if you sit down and ask yourself, okay, how does that contribute to my goals? You may not see one reason why it contributes to your goals, but you know that it is important. So you know that it's urgent. You need to do it immediately because like they'll be around in in a couple of hours. I need to make sure that you create like a good impression. You don't want anyone to think that you're there. So that is urgent and that's very important. So in your list of to-do list, after the important, not urgent, the after the important and urgent, the next thing that should come is urgent but not important because it deals with time. Next should now be important but not urgent. Like it's important to very, very needed, but it's not urgent. The next one is not important, not urgent. Now, not important and not urgent can have things like, can you guys hear me? Sure that my network is fine.
Yes, we can.
Okay, but
Yes,
Rachel, the slides, thank you so much for responding. Rachel, but the slides are not up. But let me just keep speaking on the first point. So, important Thank you so much. Thanks so much, person. So then the next step is important and not urgent. So things like, oh, okay, your mom will say you should do this. People like me, that one is not important and not urgent too. But because I understand that in Lagos, I stay with my parents. I know that for my parents to kick me out of the house, let me just do it. So all those parts. But one reason why I love not important and not urgent and tasks is because of the fact that it helps to create a kind of balance in your list. You may not want to be go every single time, and that's why it's important to just have also like those tasks to just lay back. An example is reading, or an example is a particular hobby. This year, I told myself that I wanted to be good at three things. Number one, I really want to learn project management. I want to learn how to do my makeup better. And number three, I want to read more. So those three are like my hobbies. Now, they may not be so important at this particular period of my life. They may not be so urgent, but they contribute one way or another to my life. And it just really helps to just have a particular thing that helps you relax. So reading helps me to relax a lot. Doing my makeup, I remember how a few days ago I was crying because of something that happened. I woke up the next day. I said, let me practice my makeup. Particular thing will not be so urgent like that. It will not be so important. We just have to create that balance because it's not every time it can be go. So you can again like you can also use this when writing your to-do list or knowing okay what's important. The quadrants method. Remember important and urgent, urgent but not important, important but not urgent, not urgent, not important. Now, the not urgent and not important is optional to do that particular thing because it's not important, it's not urgent. It's like if you want to do it, if you don't want to do it, nobody criticize you for doing it, and nobody criticize you for not doing it. So, but things like important and urgent, you must do it. You must do it. Things like urgent and not important, you can choose to and outsource it, like delegate it, or you can choose to do it as well. People like me, I like to do a lot of things by myself because that's if I trust you like mad, I can now say, okay, like, oh yeah, handle these things that are important and not urgent. You can also choose to delegate it, and you can also choose to do it by yourself. Not all others do it and decide to not do it at all. So yes, I hope that you guys have learned a new technique from that. You guys have learned a new technique. So the next tip is plan. Remember I mentioned for those that came quite early, even if you not come quite early, when I was defining what project management is, I said that project management is planning, you know, it's planning and doing. That planning is very, very important. I don't know whether I guys have experienced it, but like sometimes because you do not plan your day, you can just you don't have anything to do. You're already, what am I supposed to do? You have a lot of things to do, but because you have not written it down, because you have not noted it down on that particular app or anything, you will just be there. You will not know what you're supposed to focus on per time. So planning is extremely important. Now, how best do you plan? How best do you plan? Remember that I told you guys I was going to make this class as practical as possible. So I want to say plan. I'll teach you how to plan. Now, the first thing that you need to do when planning is number to do a brain dump. This is where you take note of every single thing that is in your mind to do. So things like okay, probably things like arrange your room, work on this project, you submit your assignment, just write it down. Just put everything down on paper. One thing that this thing and does that even when you plan your actual to-do list, whenever you are done with it, you can always pick something from that particular list to do. Another reason why this is very important is that it really helps whenever you are planning. Planning is something I do. So like every Sunday, I write down a list of every single thing that I need to get done this week. So depending on how important it is, and I say okay, like on Monday, this is what I'm supposed to focus on. And even when I'm writing my Monday, my daily list, I always pick things that I always say things like, oh okay, this is important, but this may not be so important, but I really love to do this particular thing. So to make sure that your to do this is even balanced, it has like all those go. It has things that okay, it's a bit relaxed, but you are still getting the work done. So once you are done your brain dump, you plan your day. One thing I always say is that there's no reason why you should have 10 things on your to do list for a day. Chelsea, come on now. I don't understand. There's no reason why you should have 15 things on your to-do list. Personally, I write 3 to 5 things on my to-do list. I write 3 to 5 things, and if I now want to be extra, I now put like a bonus thing that I can do. That even if I do it, it's not really cost anything. If I don't do it, it's also not cost anything. It's if I have enough time in the day. Now, the reason why I'm saying this because some people be like, but I have this and that. But to be honest, is everything so important on that day? You know, like if you have assignments and you have this is piled up, you can now say, I'll do this, I'll do that, I'll do this, I'll do that. But and this is why it's considered very important. I don't want to teach you guys how to do um last minute stuff. I want to teach you how to do things at the right time. So there's no reason why you should have up to 10 things or 5 things. Now, what you are doing is you understand that majority of the time is 20% of the tasks that you do that contributes to 80% of your life. Once I got to understand it, it helped me to know what I'm supposed to focus on per time. So in school, I know that okay, things like assignments, things like extracurricular activities, I know something are supposed to. And it's that once I put all my focus on all my attention on those key non-negotiables every single day, I was able to make more progress instead of focusing on very flimsy activities. That would be bad. But are they the things you're supposed to be putting 100% of your focus on? No. So once I learned that, okay, my if you check how I reach, okay, my phone is charging now. The app I normally used to plan. If you check all my daily plans from now till Saturday, it's just 3 things. It's just three, and I have a lot to do. But it's just 3 things that I need to do every single day because one thing that having a lot of things on your makes you get so overwhelmed because you wonder, okay, I need to do this, I need to do that, I need to do this particular thing. Number two, your focus will be scattered, and that's the reason why multitasking I don't advise it at all because, and I want you guys to look at this now. If now, and just imagine Jerry's hmm, just imagine there is Peter and there is John. There's Peter and there is John. Now, Peter has a number of things to do, just has at most 3 things to do on his list. Because Peter is very overwhelmed and he still wants to make progress, Peter will say, okay, I will do this, I will do this, I will do that, I will do this. So he ends up, so now because Peter is contributing 20% to this and 1% to this, 3% to this and all. But John is like, okay, fifth and John is like, let's say 25 or 50 or this thing. But like, how do I say? Okay, it's like how again Peter John has one major thing he's supposed to do, one major thing that contributes greatly to his future. Peter here has like 15 things on his list. Now John focuses 100% on this particular thing. Peter is still 2, 3%, 10% and all. Looking at Peter and looking at John, who do you think will make more progress on that day? It's obviously John. Because number one, John is more focused on that particular thing, and until he gets it done, he's not going to move on to another thing. John will finish his to-do list faster because every single like he's focused on a particular thing per time. He's not thinking of doing 15 things at once. But like what is his name again? Peter. But Peter, because he has a lot of things on his list, he's multitasking. 15 tabs are open on his laptop and his attention is spanning everywhere anytime. And you will notice at the end of the day, Peter is not going to accomplish any significant thing on that day. I've been a Peter before. Not funny, not needed, a lot of being a John before. And I've noticed that since I started putting a number, let me even show you guys, since I started putting a number of things on my to-do list, my list is so long. And at the end, you can just say listening to a podcast. Meanwhile, I mean, like accomplishing the smallest things like buy drink. This this list is embarrassing. Some of my list is buy drink for my boss. And
Sorry, please, we can't hear. Oh.
I guess it's a
Sorry,
network.
please, ma, we can't hear you.
I guess it's a network. She will be back. Maybe the network kicked that out. She will soon be back. Oh, she's there, but she's muted.
But this class must hold. Oh, MTN, you cannot stop me. MTN. So hello everyone. I'm so sorry. I don't know why this thing is disconnecting. But anyway, as I was saying again, like where did I even stop? I was like, yes, there's no reason why 15 things should be on your. Because I want to confirm. Like, can everyone hear me? So I'm just talking. I'm just talking. But please,
We can
I hope
hear
you guys
you.
can hear me loud and clear. Okay, thanks. Again, like there is no reason why you should have 15 things on your to-do list. You just have 3 to 5 things on your list. Those things you are supposed to focus on. Now, another tip is make use of time blocking. I wish I could share my screen. I'd already said, okay, like I'll show you guys how I used to block my time in school. But what time blocking is like is um allocating different times to a particular task, and this method helps you to be way more focused because you know, okay, from this time to this time, this is what you're supposed to focus on. I don't know if you guys have seen those pictures where the calendar would have this and this thing, this particular thing to this particular thing, colored in another particular in a particular color, let's say pink. Before you know it, you see orange. Before you know it, you see this, you see that. So it's like a color coordinated, cute way of organizing your things. So you just knowing that okay, from this time to this time, this is what you're supposed to focus on. I think I spoke about it in the last class. You know that okay, this particular thing, this is the start time, this is the end time. No matter what, come rain, come shine, you must finish it before this particular time. So this is also a lot because number one, it helps you know, okay, these are the times where I'm occupied, and these are the times that I have, you know, these are the times that I can um relax and rest. So this is also very this is very important. So now, will I recommend it if you are just starting? I'll say I'll say one thing that would just I would say one thing that I would just encourage is planning and allocating time to it. Because if you don't do it, it would. If you don't do it, you just have your 24 hours. You don't know what you are supposed to focus on per time. Making a to-do list without allocating time is just giving freedom for anything to happen. There's no level of importance, there's no level of priority or anything. You know that last you must do this thing today. But when are you doing it? Is how whenever I don't know again, I don't know how many of us are Christians here, but um it's like how whenever we want to say, okay, we want to pray or do our devotion, we can't just say, okay, I'm going to do my devotion today. What am I doing in your devotion? You want to work today, what time to what time do you want to work? So these are questions we need to ask ourselves because it helps us, to be more efficient and effective whenever it comes to planning our day and doing it. Once you know, okay, this is time you're supposed to do this time, yeah, you're supposed to do that. It helps you to be more organized and you know what to do per time. You know when to say, okay, this is time to relax. You know when to say, okay, this is your time to focus. So these first three things, no what is urgent, what is not important, what is not urgent. Planning. Okay, another thing I forgot to tell you guys more about planning. Now, there are two ways I love to plan, apart from what I've already explained about doing brain dumps, then picking what you need to focus on. Number one, I don't plan on the day of I don't plan on the day I'm supposed to implement those plans. It's best to plan the night before. I mentioned it, it helps you wake up with a purpose, the sense of purpose, you know that okay, this is what I'm supposed to focus on, and you know that okay, maybe that you wake up, you're already like go. And that is one tip I would give. But planning the night before is just the other alternatives to something that I always start by, which is planning weekly. You know that on Sunday is your planning day. On Sunday, I do things like I plan my whole week and I also am schedule all my posts for the week. So it's just like doing admin work. So you know that okay, these are things I want to achieve this particular week, and these are again like when you wake up, you already know what you're supposed to do. I don't really advise planning on the day you want to implement those plans, even if like bad as it bad. I will advise you can plan immediately you wake up, but I don't really advise that. I advise either planning the night before or planning weekly. Then again, like use of time blocking and all. Time blocking is just allocating time to your tasks. So don't be like, okay, I'm going to watch this. When are you going to watch this? Okay, I want to do my assignments. When are you going to do your assignments? Just such this is what, and this is everything I'm supposed to do. So over to the next slide, Rachel. Hey, teaching is not easy, guys. Like I applaud every single person that's taught. It's not easy. It's not easy at all. So over to the next three tips. Number four, right? Number four now. Identify your distractions and limit them. Now, before I go on in the class, let me know how many people now. We are 39 in this class now. I want to hear from at least, let's say, and I know that 15 is not so much. From like 15 people, let me know your biggest distraction. Is it social media? Is it friends? Is it sleep? You see sleep and favorite Nelson go hand in hand, and it's so bad because like once I'm done eating, like even though I snack on the smallest things like biscuits, I'm already dozing. I think I need to go to the hospital. But let me know this distraction. Even though it's just like 10 people I can hear from, but I want you guys to, because this is the first step to managing your time. What's even distraction? What is the thing that stops you from managing your time? What is the thing that stops you from being focused? Is it your phone? Is it social media? Is it TikTok? Is it Instagram? And I think that's my biggest distraction, guys. You guys need to pray for me. TikTok, brava. I can spend 5 hours on TikTok and I will not even know. I will not even know. So you see, number one, food and sleep talk as well. But like, let me know if your biggest distraction is social media. What social media platform distracts you the most? Eh? Let me hear from you. Okay, you can see blessing and blessed my phone. Honestly, if not of the purpose of taking good pictures, I would have turned my phone away and TikTok too. You see that phone? That phone has such a lot of dreams. Oh. Lawal says K dramas. Honestly, I used to be on this table. Lawal, and what's your favorite K drama that you have watched? I've watched a lot. See, I've watched Queen of Tears. I've watched Boys Over Flowers. I've watched a lot actually. I've watched the banging ones, sir. But let me know your favorite K drama. But this is not to encourage you. You need to control those distractions. Then Hassan said social media, phone, my like he gets me. You see this thing called phone, I don't even know. I have a love-hate relationship with it because it's so distracting. And Pressure said my phone no. So you guys even know that your phone is distracting me. And Midday said TikTok. Sweet. TikTok is also my biggest distraction. Kani said my phone, I feel you. Isaac said my environment. Okay, we love this, we love this. And honestly, I agree with Isaacson as well. Your environment really, really matters. I think it's the reason why I had to say, okay, as much as I love staying at home with my parents, I have to go to a place where I would just be there because my parents are lovely people, but and also the environment as well is also very, very distracting. As far as even in school, I know the kind of very focus. So this is a very self-aware thing to say, Isaac. Like your environment can also be a very huge distraction. Then you have a map said Netflix. I feel I've never been a movie person, but during this Christmas, I think I was so stuck on Netflix like mad. So I feel you, I feel you. And Martin said phone, social media, I feel you, honestly. Mide said they need to ban it in Nigeria and not the US. Mide in Nigeria, you just need to put up an announcement, please. Where is Favor Nelson? Because I'll leave this country. Oh. See me at TikTok, bestie. They should not ban it here. I don't know what I'll do. I don't know what I'll do. I mean, actually faint to. And Rachel needs to call ambulance for me. So Hassan said Instagram. Honestly, I feel you. Instagram was. It's like I used to be addicted to Instagram before, but I think on TikTok I don't know a lot of people personally. So maybe that's why I'm more addicted to TikTok than Instagram. So the man said, I can see a lot of my things here. Enjoy said Instagram, oh, it's the O for me. I feel you. And Kanye said social media like TikTok. I feel you. I feel you. Olorunse said Facebook Reels. I feel you because anything that you can watch for a short period of time and scroll, you just be so addicted to it as well. Yeah. Rachel, I'm moving my slide. I'm still bonding with everybody. Then Lawal said, okay, Corey, lovely runner. I've heard about this lovely runner before, but I've not watched it. But out now, am I not contradicting myself? No, Lawal, we need to stop watching K drama. We need to stop it. Then Adela said K drama and TikTok. I feel you. You see, K dramas are very, very addictive. Honestly, you can see Dane, K drama, and goodness, Netflix. I like goodness. Goodness is not even for me for anybody. Goodness, we said like three things here. We said Netflix, Facebook, and sleep. You see that sleep? Then and Blessing said my phone is a big distraction for me, but the thing I need, okay, but it is work. And once I'm on it, the rest are history. I'm going to talk about this as well because I remember when I made a post on social media, I made a post on Instagram about how to, you know, how to I think how to manage your time. And someone was like, oh, and someone spoke about this particular thing. So I will speak more about it if I have time. Then Lawal is like most times I don't put them on my phone. Sometimes I allocate hours in a week to indulge myself. I feel like this is also very important as well because as much as we want distraction, sometimes we honestly just need to just relax and refresh. To be honest, like I feel like I feel like productivity is very, very relative. So once you are done working extremely hard, the productive thing to do at that particular time is to rest. Once you are done, once you are done scrolling or working or watching drama, the productive thing to do at that particular time is to what is to work. So productivity is very, very relative. So it's one reason why you need to create system reset and refresh. So it could be again K drama, it could be social media, it could be doing so because not every time it should be go 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 go. You should know that okay, these are the times that I can use to rest and catch up with what's happening and all of that. So I like what you mentioned, Lawal. So please can everyone hear me? Because I can hear people saying network is bad. I hope it's not bad from my side. Can you guys hear me? Okay, okay, can hear me. Okay, okay. So what is called so yes, now I love how a lot of us participated because you need to even know okay, these are the things that are taking away your focus. You need to identify what distracts you and limit them. Now for people that are saying that their um that what takes away their attention is K and drama or social media, valid. But that's one thing I do is that I use it as a reward. I say, okay, once I'm done working on this particular thing, and once I'm done finishing this particular thing, I'm going to watch K drama till I drop. And once I'm done, I think today I told myself that I was going to finish working on these slides and finish doing one thing that my boss told me that I should do before going out. So you can now I'm not even saying that I should throw away the distractions are only distractions if it stops you from making progress. It can come after you are done with a particular thing. So it's one thing that I can do. You could use those distractions as a reward. You could say, okay, after doing this and doing that, I'm going to watch K drama. So it's like motivating you to even do those things that used to distract you before. So and that is number one. You could push all those things that are distracting you till you are done making progress. Because now you even feel more refreshed, even doing that. I've tried. I feel better watching K drama or being on social media when I know that I've worked hard for the day. So number one, how to limit them is you make it a reward. And what's the reward? It's not like distraction because like you already finished everything you're to do this. You're already done making progress before you even um before you scroll up before you do this particular thing. Another thing that I can do is also um allocate as I mentioned like allocating times to it. So I don't know whether you guys have heard about the technique, but how it is like, okay, you will do this particular thing and you use this time to rest, you use time as break. So you could say, okay, this is what I'm going to use as my break. Another thing that will really help, and it's one thing that I started doing as well, is that you need to replace that distraction with a habit that will help you grow. Now, for someone that loves scrolling on social media, you could replace that particular habit with something like reading. So the thing about it is I try to carry a book everywhere I go. That's my book for the month. Executive presence. It's my dad that gave me. Thank you. So I understand. So instead of me going to social media for comfort, I can read. So instead of me like scrolling, I can say, okay, let me practice my makeup. So instead of me um watching news or anything, I can say, okay, like let me listen to this podcast. So switching, so you can't just get rid of a bad habit. You need to replace it with another one because you will just feel so irritated. So you can replace those distractions with a good one. So remember that I've mentioned um okay, so you can see in blessing. Blessing said reading is also a distraction for me, man. Once I'm on a book, I don't let go until I'm done. I used to be like this as well. So I'll still move to the formatting I said. You can use it as a reward instead. You could say, and I feel you with this. I think growing up, I used to love all those very big novels. And once I start, listen, hey, I'm not actually read overnight. And if you know me, I love sleep. But once I handle book like this, I'm gone. So it's the reason why I'm saying that you can also use those distractions as a reward. I feel like that is the most effective system because a lot of us may not be used to the kind of hobbies and habits that we want to get. And even though that we want to work hard to get used to it will take time. So while we are at it, we can just push all those distractions instead of it coming in between our tasks. Wait till you are done with your to-do list. You could say it's only when I'm done with it that I'm done with this particular thing I'm going to scroll. It's only when I'm done with this particular thing that I'm going to scroll that I'm going to read. So identify your distractions and limit them. Then number 5 is batch similar tasks together. This is something that I always do as well. Now remember that I mentioned earlier on that you need to um you need to what is it called? I mentioned earlier on that when you are before you plan your to-do list, you need to do a brain dump of everything that you're supposed to do. Another thing that really help is batch like similar in tasks together. What do I mean? If you sit down to check your mails at the same time, you can use it to send some important emails. You can use it to check on like how your other teams are doing or how you in case you are the head of a particular group or head of or you are managing a team, you can use it to check how they are doing. You can use it to report a particular thing. Now, I don't want you guys to say, okay, you sit down, you focus on this assignment. Before you know it, you are going now to buy pepper and tomato. You're supposed to sit down, finish every single thing that you need to do sitting down first. Then if you want to stand up and let's say go to the kitchen or see somebody, make sure that all those leaving your house things are together. You cannot come to your house and say, okay, let me walk. Before you know it, you go out to buy biscuits. Then you now go and visit a friend. Then you now come back home to submit that document to your boss. You now go out to check if the CRM person is there. Like your to-do list not be scattered. Once you sit down, finish every single sitting down. Once you stand up and go to your bed, because sometimes I read on my bed, and sometimes I also do some very small things on my bed as well. Do every single thing that you need to do. If you need to get up and go to the kitchen, if you want to clean, do it at that particular in time. If you want to cook, do it at that particular in time. Do all your chores at once. Don't say, okay, as I'm working like this, okay, I need to mop. Now you go out and mop. Before you come back and do this particular thing. No, don't do it like that. Once you are done, like if you are sitting down, finish everything sitting down, so lying down. Once it's like that, you tend to be more focused because number one, you are not moving around. You are not everywhere at every time. You are sitting down and you are focusing on what you're supposed to focus on. I make progress in that way. If you are sitting in 1 second, you are standing, you are walking, and all you just be everywhere. So by similar tasks together, look at your list and say, okay, as I sit down like this, what are the things that I can do at this particular time? Do you get? So if you are with me, just let me know. But this is something that I would, once I say, I know that, okay, and I'll do everything sitting down. If I need to stand, I'll focus on what I need to do and standing up. But I know that at this point and now, I'll be traveling soon. So I know that once I'm done with this class, let's say I will rest for a while because I still need to rest. Then I would arrange my room, I will pack, I will wash the plates. I know that, okay, if I sit down to work now after I'm done with everything, I have a couple of meetings. I'll check my meal, prepare some things that I want to do. When I get to my destination, I'll not try this particular time. So batch similar tasks together. It improves focus and helps you to be more productive. Now the next step, that's number 6, is working smart. And what do I mean by working smart? Working smart is just doing the things that you need to do, and so that you would focus on the right things and you not just end up doing a lot of things at the same time. Now the main now see it's like, I'll give you an example now. We always ask questions. Okay, this person is extremely busy. How does this person have a lot of hours? I mentioned at first that time is a quality that every single person has equally. It's something that every single person has equally. So how come that some people, it looks like they have more time in their day, and looks like some people, no matter how hard they work, they can never have enough time? And that is because some people work smart and some people don't. Now, how do you work smart? Number one, remember that I mentioned know your top priorities and what you're supposed to focus on every single day. Again, your to-do list should not be 15 things. It should be 3 important things. Highest or one thing that whether it's done or not, it's not the end of the world. So number one, knowing your priorities. That's how you can work smart. Number two, learning how to um delegate as well. I think I realized learning how to delegate as well. Knowing that, okay, this particular thing, another person can do it. Why am I stressed in doing this particular thing? Outsourcing as much as possible and just supervising and all of that. Number three, learn how to say, I don't know. Rachel, why are you in a hurry? Please scroll to the slide before this particular one, the work smart one. I don't know if you can hear me. Rachel, can you guys hear me? Or you just me?
We can hear you.
Okay, Rachel, please, I'm not here yet. So sorry. Please scroll to that work smart slide. But as she's working on that, so again, like learn how to, number two is learn how to say no to some things. Now, some of us, then and let me know if you are guilty of it. Oh, do this, yes. Can you come here? Yes. Come and part of mine, yes. Every single thing, yes. You end up being so overwhelmed. And at the end, you end up disappointing a lot. You cannot be everywhere at every single. This class is also knowing. I remember them saying for my class that communities. So I was everywhere at every time, but because I just wanted to be everywhere. So because of that, and I don't want it to be like that. So always say yes to things that push you closer to being a better version of yourself. Only say really contributes towards your growth and again what you want to achieve in the future. So work smart. Also, obviously, work hard and work smart. A lot of people say don't work hard, work smart. But I believe that you can only work smart if you have worked hard. If you have worked hard to prepare those systems that can work while you sleep. So again, like learn how to prioritize, what to focus on per time, learn how to say no when the time arises. When you are working on your to-do list, make sure you focus on high energy and tasks. Now, what do I mean by high energy? Is it obvious that I love teaching? Because this thing I'm talking about things making me so excited. So now a lot of us when writing our to-do list, we tend to want to focus on things that will not take a lot of our energy, things that are very, very small, things that we say that okay, let me start doing this small thing and so that I can be motivated to do more. Who are you deceiving? Who are you deceiving? You notice that if you do all those small things, you want to do other things in progress. before the network cut me off, I was giving examples of how I was taking a lot of low energy task on my to-do list. And because of that, at the end of the day, I did not feel fulfilled because I not do any high value anything. So when writing your to-do list and when implementing it, focus on things that are high value, focus on the hard things first. I read this book which started my productivity journey by Brian Tracy, and the title is Eat That Frog. And what does it mean? Focus on that frog. Eat that on eating the chicken and the meat and all, because everyone hates frog, and that frog that you're trying to avoid, that high value and tax that will contribute the most, is that thing that even though it's small, it contributes to 80% of your life. So, and that is something that I would recommend you as you're working smart. Learn to focus on high value and tax. Focus on the thing that you dread the most to do. And let's be honest, is now that particular thing that will contribute the most to your life. Is that thing that will help you, that will contribute the most more task. There's one reason why I can decide to do one thing on a particular day, and I will be more productive than you that did up to 5 things. That's it. I can say, okay, today I'm going to focus on building a collection of something, and and because that's my only thing, I can make so much progress, and I'll be 10 times more productive than you that you are doing up to 5 things. Why? Because I'm focusing on a particular thing that will move me forward. You are focusing on what will keep you busy and forward. So if you need to work smart, focus on high value and tasks. Learn how to say no when the time arises. Delegate as much as possible. If you notice that yes, you can do this, but you don't have a lot of time, give it to someone that has more time and someone that you trust that will do it well too. Then also, again, like learn how to say no, you delegate and all of that. Now over to the next slide because I see Rachel wants me to be fast because she moves as she moves so quickly in time management team that I do. And now whenever I do this, I may not sit down for hours to do it, but I do it mentally. Sometimes I journal, sometimes I record videos. I have a visual diary, so I can record videos. It's doing weekly reviews. How has your week been? Why was your week not productive? What happened at this particular time that it didn't help you contribute, like it did not contribute to what you are trying to achieve. So this is very, very important because someone keeps you very, very self-aware. It helps you to understand starting your growth. This is what is making you not focus and all of that. Number two, it helps you know how best you can improve going forward. So ask yourself, okay, what are things that you did? Okay, you did this. Congratulations, I'm so proud of you. Now, what did you not do? And why did you not do it? Once you know that you will enter the new week with, more intentionality on what you need to get rid of to achieve your goals. It just really keeps you grounded and helps you to know, okay, like this is stopping you, so you need to get your life on track ASAP. It really, really helps you. Now, the next point, because I need to be fast because of time, but the next point is leverage productivity tools and apps. In the last class, and for those that didn't attend the class, I would advise you to check it because it's a very, very high value and task class. Leverage productivity tools and apps. This just really helps you to make your life easier. To be honest, if you need things like Notion, to do list, to be honest, because I have a working playlist, I have a focus playlist that I play whenever I want to work, and it helps me to be productive. So productivity is, I say productivity is not very, very easy, or being disciplined enough or productive enough is not very easy. So make sure that you use the kind of technologies that we are being offered in this generation to make your life easier. Just make the best way to keep being productive is by making productivity so easy for you. So always ask you like, how can I make this particular thing as easy for me to do? So things like again, like I mentioned in the last class, like I'm not really dwell on this completely, but things like Notion, even automation tools as well, in case you want to be showing up more on social media. For business people, I think there is this particular app called Bumper that can really help you track and all. If you want to design Canva, like there are a lot of tools that can help us in this generation, so help you to be a more productive person. Then next is self-care and breaks are also very, very important. I mentioned it as well. Time management is not working 247. It's working, you know, it's just taking advantage of the time that you have now, and and to achieve the kind of thing that I want to achieve at that particular day, week, or anything. It's not working 247. Breaks are extremely important. If you know you have worked hours on end, just time to rest. I had a very, very pains back to back, work back to back. I mean, I got back, I slept. Remember, I said I slept before this class. I woke up like 20 something minutes before coming here. Breaks are very, very important. And once in a while, take yourself out. People of God, take it. Now, no matter how busy I am, one thing that my friends know me for is going out. Like, I always make sure that I have a hangout every month, every month, because I know that it just really refreshes me in a lot of ways. Like, even though it's a solo date, go out to a lakeside, go out to the beach, know what fun is for you, and do it honestly. So anything that is, so you can keep it as a reward. I think a personal mentor of mine was like, do one thing that spoils you every month, or at least every quarter. Me every month, because I must enjoy every month. So even though it's just like going out with your friends, or going for, just do something, because it even motivates you to work harder so that you can afford the lifestyle, if you know what I'm saying. So yes, it's just one thing I would advise. Well, before I go out to the next slide, I want to hear from you guys. What do you do to refresh yourself? Like, and what are the activities that you love to do to relax? I love going to the beach, and I want to hear from. I like how you guys answered in the last. I like how you guys answered the last question, but like I want to hear from you guys. Like, how do you guys um rest? How do you guys relax? How do you guys? I don't know what to use it to read something. But people like beach is like my favorite place to go to. So never I want to relax. Never I just want to just really rest and all. I love going to the beach. Let me hear from you guys. Do you play video games? I know, so some people watch K dramas and all, but let me know what you do to refresh and relax and just get ready for a new era of your life. So as you guys are answering that, I'll go back to the next slide. So Rachel, I told myself I was going to spend 1 hour and 30 minutes, but my time is almost done. I can go back to the next slide. Um, okay, as you can said, I love watching movies to relax. I feel you, like as I'm going home now, I'm going to put on Netflix to watch because I deserve it. I didn't say I like going to the swimming pool. Wow, that is actually so impressive. I love the ocean so much, but I can't swim to save my life. But I'm going to learn. I'm going to learn. I'm going to learn. That's the I envy people that can swim. My brother can sing, but I can't. So I listen to music. Same. Like I feel like my most used app on my phone is Spotify. I'm always listening to music. But MJ, and what's your favorite type of music to listen to? I'm R&B, to be honest. Like all those very cool chill songs. Let me know your favorite genre of music. So Esther instead, I love movies and gisting with friends. You see gist, everybody see gist. Favor Nelson is there. Favor Nelson is always there to gist. So I feel you 100% so much. I will always say it. I feel like I'm blessed to be best kind of people, and they provide me with so much tea and gist. So you find me there. And Sarah said I love watching movies. Love that too. Love that. I feel like I watch movies better when I'm with somebody, because whenever I'm alone, I feel like I will sleep off. But but whenever I'm alone though and I'm eating movies, and let me know in the comments, movies and good food, that combo, we love it. We love it. We love it. Love it. Wow, Emecha said I love going on solo days, very therapeutic. Wow. We love an aesthetic girl, like solo dates. I love solo dates as well. I think my favorite type of solo dates to go for is like, let's say, going to the beach and going to the lakeside, anything with water. I'm there. I'm there. Maybe like picnics as well, or times, or also days to journal as well. So we love that. And please, alone time is very, very needed as well. Very, very needed. And Joseph, Joy says she loves listening to cool music when I'm relaxing. Honestly, me too. Me too. If I'm in a cab and the journey is far, listen to music. If I'm relaxing, listen to music. Everything I listen to music. Okay, a boy said he loves to listen to music and movies for relaxation. I feel you. Honestly, see good movies. And I feel as if we have the movie people here. I be you guys want to send me recommendation. That's why when I go home I'll watch. But yes, I also love doing that as well and I responded. Thank you so much. Oh, I'm already receiving reminders. So now, if I could share my screen, I wanted to teach you guys how to use this, but I can't share my screen. I don't know how we'll do it, Rachel. But I really wanted to teach. Or would you prefer if I sent like a tutorial or videos you guys can use? So in Rachel, you can just text me for videos I can send. Because of time, my time. I said I was going to send one. Um I'll send tutorials that I use to help me. Okay, I
Maybe
send
to
a tutorial.
send
Okay,
tutorials.
I sent
Tutorials.
tutorial. Okay. I think it even be easier so that you guys can always go back to watch the tutorials. But over to the next slide. You know how if you're part of my last class, whenever Rachel invites me to speak, you guys should attend all the classes because the nuggets are powerful. Now over to the second to the next last slide. So Rachel, you can scroll down. I always leave here with a quote. If I don't end the quote, it's not for everyone else's class. Ah, Rachel, you're passing my quote. So the quote for today is the food for thought. Your future is created by what you do today, not tomorrow. Now this sounds like a very simple quote, but it's a very very powerful quote. Your tomorrow is only possible because of what you do today. So you need to ask yourself, like, what am I doing today? And will this contribute to the kind of future I want to have? So please, every spirit of member of this class today, you guys no longer procrastinate in Jesus' name. You need to focus on how best you are making them sure that okay, like today is the most productive day that I can and live every day as if it's your last. You live every day like as if nothing has been done, like as if I don't do this, nothing is possible. Do you get? So again, like your future is created by what you do today, not tomorrow. So focus on how to make tomorrow your best. I said tomorrow, today, your best day ever. And of my class, I hope you have been able to learn and how about you to convince you and not confuse. And again, as I mentioned earlier, I think I mentioned like I think I mentioned like 9 tips, even though it's just like 2 3 that you practice, I'll be so happy and proud of you. I'm not saying that you do all the 9 at once. Even though it's just okay, see, please before leaving this class, ask yourself like what are 3 things that you can start practicing from today. 3 things. I just need to pick 3 things. I mentioned up to 90 things. Just pick 3 things that come rain, come shine, you must implement. And if you do that consistently, you can move on to the rest. And I'm sure that as you take these small steps today, you would record a lot of testimonies and a lot of results. And again, like I hope that Rachel will still keep up with you guys. I also want to hear from you guys like how this two classes I've had it has really helped you grow and work on your productive. I know that I'm very, very proud of each and everyone. I'm really proud of everyone that is like part of this class. For those on YouTube, well done. And yeah, just let me know if you have any questions. And just remember, I'm always rooting for you, your partner in progress, Stephen Nelson. And I hope to see you soon. Thank you. Rachel, I'm done. Hey.
Hello, Favor. Thank you so much.
Hi.
That was a wonderful class. Thank you
Thank
so much. We love and celebrate
you
you. Let
so
me
much.
still celebrate Favor. Celebrate you in chat. We can unmute your mic. Say something nice to her. Thank you so much. It
Thank
is nice
you.
having you.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you. I had an amazing time. Thank
So wait,
you.
I want to be sure if the form has been shared.
Okay.
The form you share with me. I want to quickly I'm not sure if the community manager dropped it, but let me send it.
And remind me to send the tutorials as well, because immediately I leave here, I'm going to eat again. I'm going to eat again. So just
That's
remind me to send it.
that's fine, no
Even though
problem.
it's tomorrow, I'll send it. I'll just send the tutorials.
Okay, guys, I can't find it at the moment, but I'll share it on the group with you. I'll share the form.
Yeah.
It's just a testimonial about the class. So
Okay.
it's from Favor. So thank you so much, Favor. You are free to go. Or do you have questions,
I
ladies?
can go.
Question. Let's ask.
Guys,
Do you have question? Any question before Favor leaves?
if you have any question but you don't want to, you can send it through Rachel. Rachel, I always answer Rachel very, very fast. So I would I would send an explanation. I'll send like a voice note to say. But I think I'll be on my way now. I really, really enjoyed this class. I remember if I say in public I just say, oh, I'm this. I say, yeah, yeah, my girl. So, yeah. So take care, everyone. If you have any questions, please let Rachel know, and I would answer Rachel. Rachel is my oga, so if you say anything to her,
Stop,
I'll
Joe.
reply fast. So take care of yourself.
All right, that's fine. It's nice to have you on the club. But me, I'm not your guy, anyways.
Take care
All
of
right,
yourself. Good night, everyone. Bye.
good night. Bye. Hey, ladies, can you hear me?
Yes,
Is
ma'am, can hear
Yes,
you.
ma.
MTN network. Can you have you filled out the form?
Yeah.
No, ma, we are trying
Why?
to.
But Shebi is on the chat, right? It has been sent, right? I've sent it again. So on Friday, we are going to be having a Q&A session, and it's important because by next week we are moving to our individual learning track. So it's very important to join Friday's class because there will be a question and answer session, and people that have 80% attendance will be moved to their learning track. I am not sure if we want to move people that doesn't have 80% attendance yet. I'm not sure if we are going to be moving them into the learning track. I don't care. Even if it is only 5 people that are in one learning track, the most important thing is if they are ready to learn. I don't mind. So that's it. So Friday we are going to be having a question and answer session. We won't take time. We are going to start by 7 and end by 8 by God's grace. So um that's all from my hand. Do we have any question before we call it a night? Any question? In the absence of question, good night, ladies. Take care. See you on Friday.